Time for rum and real estate, guys. I am in a really good mood. It's with all the work that we've been doing at this house, I finally was able to get my third cut of grass since April. The grass went in June, and I mowed it yesterday, and the front yard is starting to look really great. Backyard is starting to look pretty good. I am going to do a video, send some video, images and pictures and stuff of the front yard. So you can kind of see the front yard is a good example of how the hydro seed works and what it's supposed to do when you spread it, and you get a decent weather pattern. I'm just like super excited about it. I'm also excited that today is Friday. We have an LSU game tomorrow, and today's rum is an interesting one. It's Pyrat rum. Yes, I know it looks like it's spelled awkwardly, P-Y-R-A-T, Pyrat rum. But this is another one of those that a couple years ago, Dana was at Specs. We were in Houston, and she just picked a bunch of bottles up. This is probably about 5-6 years ago. And she really just picked it up because of the bottle looks cool. I mean, that is a pure, like pirate ship, type bottle of rum that you'd have. This bottle is actually pretty cool because it comes with a couple of these extra little things here. Each one of them comes with this little metal medallion here. It says, Hoti, the Zen patron saint and protector of fortune tellers and bartenders. So, knowing that, I would think you'd find this at bars, but to this day, I have not been able to find this. If I do go to some kind of bar in the evening, with 3 kids, it's hard to do that now. But if we've gone out of town, still have not been able to find this on a bar. But they need protection. So I thought that was pretty cool. It also has this little thing, kind of describes the rum. And what I liked about it, it says, it's a Pyrat XO Reserve is produced from the finest artisanal spirits and exotic ingredients carefully sourced from around the globe. That, in plainsman terms, means they collect a bunch of different rums from all over the Caribbean, and they mix it to make this. Its main characteristics is that it's got vanilla, orange, and light cane sugar. Now, I have some experiences with vanilla and orange and cane sugar rums, and they usually are pretty terrible. This one is the good one. So if you're going to compare this, Caneland, or I think it's like, they changed the name. Caneland has a rum that's supposed to be similar in vein with the vanilla and the orange flavors. It's terrible. This is awesome. I could drink this whole bottle over a weekend. So I want to just, if you find this, you can actually get it at Albertsons now, about $28. I got actually this for $26 over at Rouge's. It's probably the smoothest rum, especially for a reserve rum. It's one of the smoothest that I've ever had. And was that it's made by Baton. It says it right there, sole importer, Baton. Okay, the lighting's not that great, but it's imported by Baton. And so if you're going to go get Baton tequila, you should probably be able to find some of this next to it or on the rum shelf. Very good stuff. I like this one. This is one, when I do find it on the shelves, I always keep it in my house. All right, so today, what are we talking about real estate-wise? I did a poll, and I got about 30 or so responses, kind of a free poll. I had to make a decision with a seller client, about what to do with some flooring in the house. The house right now has stained concrete flooring, and one bathroom still has like the linoleum flooring. But we're talking a small bathroom, so the cost to do flooring there would be insignificant compared to the house. But that flooring is becoming just it's a point of contention. We had started at $210,000. We got a lot of feedback saying, this house really can use some flooring. So we dropped the price about $10,000 to account for the fact that, although the flooring is it's stained concrete flooring. That was a deal back, even 10 years ago. A lot of people liked it. People don't like it anymore. So we were talking about, what should we do? Should we do laminate? Should we do carpet? And I said, well, let's do a poll. And 75% of the respondents said that wood laminate for the bedrooms. And I'm specific to the bedrooms because I think we've agreed that tile is going to go in the kitchen, in the wet areas. the wood laminate is going to go in the living area. But usually it's the bedrooms where buyers may decide, I kind of like carpet, or I kind of like wood laminate. For a while, it's always been no carpet. We don't want any carpet whatsoever in homes. However, new construction, especially a lot of like the DSLD builders and D.R. Horton, carpet is their standard install on their spec homes. But when we're not building a spec, we want to try and find what people are looking for. So I did the poll, and 75% of respondents said wood laminate for the bedrooms, the 2 extra bedrooms and the master bedroom. So with that information, we're going to go take a look at some wood laminate flooring and see what the cost would be of that versus carpet. Now, typically, just as a tip, when I talk to my contractors about carpet, especially for replacement, a lot of them, if you're doing a whole set, 3 or 4 bedrooms, they'll say, just go to Home Depot if you're just trying to put carpet in to sell a house. They're going to have the cheapest rates. Not a plug or a paid plug or anything, but I do like Halpin's flooring on Airline. They did my flooring in my old house. When we moved into this house, they were literally sitting in the driveway waiting for me to call them from the closing and say, okay, go ahead and rip out the carpet and put new carpet in. So if you're in the market for some carpet, especially some good quality carpet, I would highly recommend Halpin's flooring. Mark over there's a good guy. Tell him that I sent you. With that, we're going to go check out some of their wood laminate options versus what you can get at Home Depot. The question I probably should follow up is what color. Now, a lot of these, this particular home has some grays. A lot of the house has been freshly painted, so we're going to look at some that may have a whitewash gray in the wood laminate. However, at the end of the day, I wanted to really just thank you guys for participating in the poll, because there was a time, maybe not 2 or 3 years ago, where I was running into client after client after client that actually was telling me they preferred carpet in the bedrooms when people were putting wood laminate in. And my response to that was, it's kind of easy to put just a wood laminate flooring, and if you really want carpet, you can buy a giant area rug to put under the bed or wherever you want to go. A lot of times it depends on if you have kids and pets and what's going to get ruined, and what's, that's always the objection is, well, when you have pets and then you mess on the carpet once and you can't get it out and then the carpet's ruined. With that, laminate flooring does the same thing. It can, if you get some of this laminate flooring wet, it will start to buckle, and then you get the bubbles in it, and then you're replacing it if it starts to look bad. The difference is that you can replace a plank or 2 of wood laminate, not necessarily a section of carpet. I really am indifferent, I think, for a house in this price range, 180 to 200, whether it's carpet or if it's wood laminate flooring, which is why I went to the poll. And I just wanted to thank you guys for participating in that. If you guys have any thoughts about whether you should do carpet versus laminate flooring or any kind of flooring, depending on the price range, that's the other point. The reason I limited that price range is because depending on where you're at, we'll have a different clientele and they may want different things. Typically in this first-time home buyer, we're looking at what's the most cost-effective way to sell a house. In this case, the house is listed for $200,000, and we're going to replace 1,500 square feet of flooring. What's the most cost-effective way that's going to be durable, that is going to help sell the home faster? And doing this flooring is not something that we're doing to make money off of it, but rather to just help this house sell quicker. And that would kind of be the whole point of what I'm getting at, is we're having to make adjustments to the home in order for it to sell, as opposed to sit on the market. And sometimes as a seller, you'll have to make those decisions that sometimes you're going to do stuff that's not going to improve the value of the home per se. So if you spend $10,000 on the carpet and the flooring, that you're going to get $12,000 or $13,000 return. But what it's going to do is that for the price that you've set the house at, you'll be able to actually get the house sold, as opposed to watching the price go down, 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 and then all of a sudden you're marketing the home below market value because of something that initially you didn't think you had to do, but it was something that we had to, in this case, we start having to have that conversation. So with that, I want to wish you guys a happy Friday. Cheers. Again, the rum today is Pyrat rum. I can say that you can find it at Albertsons, you can find it at Calandro's, you can find it at Rouse's, where I got this. It was on sale. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks a lot.